welcome back to More Than Rust. Since last episode, a few things have happened. First off, the car's gone through a substantial weight loss program. It's blown the doors clean off this project. Yeah, I went there. The wiring has also been fully run front to back, side to side, into every crevice and, well, boot. And mostly tested. And then just for, jollies, I get some bits made. Anyway, to explain why it's taken so long to release this video over the last video, I'm going to blame one component. These fuse boxes. Now, they're really nice because they're small, compact, contain most of the fuses for the internals of the car, as well as a lot of the relays and the flasher units. But everything basically is here. Well, here and obviously the driver's side one as well. The reason it's taken so long to get here is because they're too big. Even though I did just say they were small, compact. Hear me out. These things are meant to mount flush from this point on our teaser. So these lovely relays and such go through, well, the kick panel where they mount. It's great. You only have this much stick out. In the Rover, if I surface mount these, they're still too big and interfere with foot space for your passenger feet, as well as the driver's throttle pedal, which is kind of a problem when I want to go pedal, because it's much fun to be sitting in the car with all the wiring going and, hazard lights flashing. Ain't overly useful when I wanted to move. So, I had to come up with an overly elaborate idea to get this even smaller. So I didn't bother redesigning this because that'd be ridiculous. It's like 60 wires on this thing. So instead, I made a cardboard box with a hole in it. A handy hole fits. This is only a mock-up. It's purely so I go, could I make these? And would they actually help? The answer is yes, and yes. So, it's not the right one for this, because this was mock-up number 1. I'll bore at this point and start doing 3D modelling. But anyway, the idea is, the unit sits in here, badly. The relay's still put to the back of it, but the unit gets recessed by this extra 25mm depth. So, I drew that up, sent it off to some friendly people to get laser cut and bent up, and they sent back this. It's shiny. And 2mm thick, which is why I didn't bend it. And also, I found out something very important that every engineer should know. I'm not an engineer, and I didn't know. Always specify where you want your bends. When you radius bend things, so you want that diameter you specified on your drawing to be the inside and the outside diameters. And I messed up here. I have my 25mm depth, but the base of this box is a little on the snug side. Oh well, I fold the box down and it fits, so don't care. Ultimately, this now lives in that. This is now the panel thickness, and this is how much stick out I have. The relays still go backwards into the key panels, and well, nice small compact design. That's even more small and compact now. However, this does give me a problem. Apart from how I can't get back out of this box. I'll work on that in a minute. For you people new to Rovers, welcome to the front suspension. We have a spring up here that goes backwards. We have a pivot arm back here that goes pivoty. And we have the upper ball joint, which goes up and down. Yep, Rover, because, up and down springs are way too common. Anyway, the reason we're down here is actually this reason, or this area, I suppose. So, this here is obviously the back of the wheel arch. This flat section here is actually the kick panel inside the car. And this piece here, well, that's in sort of a box section. Now, I did just say that those wheels and stuff will be poking through the kick panel. Straight through here. The reason I talk with such certainty of knowing that I need that space, this is the driver's side. Yes, I've already put a box inside. No, I did not record it. And yes, I took some photos of a big hole on the Instagram page. If you're looking at that, you'll know this. However, this here is a badly welded in box. Please don't zoom in on this. I may have to pixelate it out if you try to. However, it's in, it's solid, and with a bit of seam sealer and fettling, it will look good enough that once I've painted it all and undercoated it again, it won't look out of place. So, this here is obviously the kick panel box. With a sticker on the back of it, because we don't have that anymore. It's going to live basically here-ish. Trying to get as high as possible to make the runs from the engine bay as short as possible, because I've already got issues there. And basically as far back as possible, again, just for tightness. So, I will draw around this with some porous weaknesses and start cutting. Now, if anyone complains that we're cutting holes in a non-rusty rover, bad luck with my car. That's what I'm going to say about that. But onwards with the grinder. Right, so now it's all marked out. I know exactly where this is going. How handy. And yeah, this is YouTube, so clearly all I have to do is, well, this. Didn't bloody work. That always works every time I see it on YouTube. Clearly got some magical powers that I don't have. Alright then. Best thing on a magic wand. E.g. the grinder. First off, apologies for the audio. My microphone ran out of batteries. So, after about an hour, I'm attacking it with a grinder, and then a grinder with a new grinder disc because the original one wore out so much. I'm starting to get there. So the kind of thing kind of fits. It's a little snug in places, but if you jig them out that way and focus them that way around it, it goes in. Now give me another 3 weeks. It might fit properly. I just give it another 10 minutes. Right. So now the hole's been cut in the panel, I can now work on getting the boxes assembled ready to go into the hole. So they came in 4 pieces. Ultimately, the main base section is all folded up. Some extension corner pieces, because the folding to get these as one big piece was just not worth it. So they fit on quite nice like that. And obviously then the drop box that sits through the hole and out the back. Again, all this needs welding together as one big piece. Best I get started with this one that already wedged in place with a vice. Yay! Well, here it is, all welded together, fettled and tweaked a bit to actually fit into the power of the car. So it took 5 minutes to set up the camera and record this section. The actual welding, grinding, trimming and fettling took probably closer to 2-3 hours. But it's done now. However, sadly, I've run out of time and my neighbours will not appreciate me hammering, welding and grinding this back into that hole at this time. So, I'm going to have to leave it here for this episode. However, next episode, this will be going in. And then I can start looking at getting the switches to work. Because I want headlights, brake lights and tail lights in this car. That's the plan anyway. God knows it's going to happen anytime soon. So once again, sorry for the long delay in this video. I hope you enjoyed it though. And if you did, leave me a like and feel free to subscribe to the channel. And obviously comment if you want to mention anything. I'm open to feedback, any help or any random tidbits you happen to know. So, see you all guys in the next one.